What?
Vagina.
He's making sure that I know when to cut, so I won't leave that in.
Yep. Dayman and I sometimes are on the exact same wavelength.
Joke's on you. I'm just gonna make it start with that. So the first.
Yeah, you've already started now.
Okay. Welcome to the Top 5 podcast. We're going to start, as always, with a probably fucked up version of the roll call.
Just because you said it's not going to be fucked up, Dayman here, number 1.
I think that's the first time you've actually said your draft position in the roll call.
Well, hello there, everyone. Stupido Einsteiny, your Tampa Bay Rays, number 2 overall.
Chalk Banana, number 3 to your Philadelphia Phillies.
Not mine.
Howdy. Leo Pollersbeck. 4 overall. Not to the Tampa Bay Rays, but
Now of the Tampa Bay Rays.
currently of the Rays.
Brent Chillwater, 20-something overall a couple years ago.
Well, you're not next, Brent, because Griff exists.
Wow.
I already did him though.
Motherfucking
Give
acting
away.
like forgot about Griff.
Wow.
Well, it's not that
Not
he's
really.
just-
Brent went before I
didn't-
could get it pulled up, but we'll pretend.
That's okay. And welcoming us today, the inconsiderate Brent Chillwater.
Nope, that's all we have time for tonight. Thanks, Brent.
As long as they
One
understand who I
Get
am.
fucked.
The Brunt Kielbasa. How many names do you have, Brent?
I think it's just those two. Brunt Kielbasa, courtesy of Teddy Big Stick.
Shout out,
Yes.
Teddy.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
the Big
to
Stick.
First
That-
fucking GIF.
Do
You
you
know.
have a
what it is.
preference?
Do I? No, I mean Brent, probably.
Brent?
All
But I
right,
mean,
bro.
like Brent has a command, so it's almost like I feel like I should go for that one.
Wasn't there a Brant time as well, too? It was like Brant was a name for a minute?
Not for me.
Okay. Well, I just have poor reading comprehension. That's fine.
And that's okay.
That's fine.
Glad
I have
you figured it out
poor,
now.
comprehension.
Yeah, so we have questions, obviously, as always. I don't know, Brent, have you ever actually watched or listened to the podcast? Are you a fan?
Yes.
Shout out to Brent Kielbasa there.
Yeah.
We will go ahead and
Makes
start,
fun.
as always, with some questions. I'm going to ad-lib the first question because I forgot about it, and I didn't include it. But when you were just also struggling to finish the last hole with me, the avatar above the green ball reminded me of the ears that inhabit what looks like a very small cat on your profile picture, and I want to ask you about that. Is that your set of ears on a cat? Do you call that your own, or is that just one you found randomly on
No,
the
that's-
internet?
Wait, what the hell happened? No, that is my cat,
What is your cat's name?
Gizmo.
Gizmo. Is it because his ears are gigantic?
No,
No,
Just
no.
roasting the shit out of
Yeah,
his
it
cat
is a
for no
cheat.
reason.
No, it's a cute kitty. Just got. Have you seen his ears?
Her ears.
her ears.
It's
Her
a
ears?
she for one.
It
Wow.
doesn't matter. The
First of
gender of a
all,
cat does not matter. I'm
jeez.
sorry. I don't.
Yes,
give a
it
Excuse
does.
me?
shit. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
If you call both of my little ladies young men, they will eat your fucking eyeballs out.
They will put their head
Well,
in
the
your
way
mouth.
you talk, they'll do it whether you do it correctly or not.
Exactly. If I lay eyes
yeah,
upon you,
Oh,
Why you
wow.
blowing up my,
Oh,
blowing up my
wow.
spot?
Oh,
Why you
wow,
blowing
that
up
is
my spot?
dark. Oh, I made it around. Okay.
I
Man,
love
you
how
almost
it's
fucked me there.
Gizmo's fucking face on
So
it too.
is Gizmo
Right.
named after the Gremlins?
Yeah,
There we go.
that was. I actually got the cat with my ex, and she really loved that movie.
And
Mm.
she carries on to your present marriage. Good
Yeah.
job.
Well,
Cats
I mean,
transcend
I'm-
that sort of shit.
I'm the
You can't do
better-
anything about that.
I
Yeah.
was the better choice to keep the cat anyway.
Yeah. She probably sucked. I'm just gonna guess.
What was actually funny about it was the reason that like I kept the cat was because she went to go live with a couple of friends who had a couple dogs, and then when she moved out of there, her friend was like, "Oh, are you happy you're gonna get Gizmo back?" Like that's not how that works now.
You're like, get
No.
fucked, bro. This is my cat.
She doesn't
Like,
get shit back.
yeah, you're just like, no. Like, my thing is I'm just like, I would have taken the cat even if like the people had fucking dogs. I don't give a shit. So like, I wouldn't be giving up in the first place, you know.
I kept my cat in my room for a full year when it had to share a house with another cat that it did not want to be anywhere near. So I was like, all right, you're just
Yeah.
gonna live in this room with me. And she did.
Yeah.
I think it was like one of the dogs was a husky, and like they were just worried that
Yeah.
it would.
No, I
literally
feel-
eat
I
my
feel
cat.
I feel it. I'm just
I
saying.
get it. I'm glad Gizmo stayed with you. Do you have other pets?
No, just Gizmo.
How old is Gizmo?
She turns 10 this year.
Wow.
Dang.
Old cat.
Now,
She's
she's
a
getting up
sleepy
there.
girl
Old lady.
too. She likes to snuggle on the
She
neck.
does.
Long
Hey,
walks on the beach.
Hey Brent, just as a courtesy, I want to let you know that your ball is outside of the hole.
What
You are
it
not in the hole, sir.
on my screen it says I'm in the hole. I don't.
We call this the
Pull it
day
back.
man. We don't know why it happens, but day man is always around the rim. It's the
It's
thing.
so
Dayman does like
weird.
the
I mean,
rim.
I don't
Yeah.
blame
give a
Dayman
good
for what
rim
he
job.
likes. Okay.
No hate.
Yeah.
We just had this conversation earlier.
There's
Well, yeah, I don't hate that you do that well.
yeah, no, exactly.
You guys are
Awesome
just
for your partners.
If the partner
I mean,
likes
my
it.
mini golf. My
There
mini
was
golf
there was a
partners
reason
hate,
he was a good
hate when
coach.
I-
Ian.
How exactly did he get that role?
He's so
Don't worry
giving.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm asking for next year.
So I didn't realize you lived in Idaho too. Is it fun out there, or
He does not
Who,
live
me?
in Idaho, sir.
I was making a joke about him in the rim. Okay, never mind. Moving on to the first question.
Sir.
Fondue?
No, second question.
Well, first real question.
It's been a lot of questions.
There's a
There's
lot of
been
questions.
a lot of
Whole thing is
questions.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh no.
Where are you
You're
going?
going the wrong
Brent?
way.
my God.
The wrong way.
But Brent, fondue?
God, the fondue. Yeah, I'm going to the melting pot tomorrow night. Take my wife out. Get some fondue.
Nice.
Baby.
Happy Valentine's Day to
Nice.
you and
Oh,
the
that's
wife.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm a
already
little better.
struggling here. Okay.
Yeah, it's very fun for all of us to watch.
Ask a man about the melting pot with one hand and then put a black hole bumper in front of him with the other. It's insane.
Yes, that is the life.
God damn.
Cowboy.
Do you have any other Valentine's Day plans?
Oh shit.
None that he's going to tell you about.
Well, I mean, even
Just make
even if
fun
there
of
were some of that, there would be probably not.
That trailed off. I didn't catch it, but that's okay.
In case Mrs. Chillwater is watching this, going to bed by 8 p.m.
Yeah, pretty much.
Getting a good night's sleep.
Real good.
Oh, shit.
Does your wife
God
know you're
damn
making a
it.
podcast right now?
No.
No.
No,
Does she
does
care
not.
about fake baseball at all?
No, which is one of the reasons. God damn it! One of the reasons that I didn't say anything.
Were you just like, I'm
There's
gonna
no-
go
there's
talk
no
to some
point,
friends
dude.
online,
Yeah.
or
Well, like she knows about fake baseball, but I think she hates me for it.
Yeah, same.
wow,
All right. All right.
shock.
You got a jokester over here.
It didn't really do anything to him. I just like fucking with Leo. Why does she hate you for fake baseball?
Okay.
Because
Just gonna.
I think I don't know. She doesn't understand, which is fine. Like you just guess numbers.
Yeah.
It's not just guessing number. No, I'm kidding. All right, win's over. Let's go.
My wife actually reminded me that I had a podcast tonight. I completely forgot about it. I was like, let's go to bed early. I don't feel well. And she's like, don't you have a podcast? I'm like, yeah, I do. Thank you for keeping track of what I do with my social life.
I'm gonna punch my own.
See, I feel like the podcast side of things is like the thing that my girlfriend probably would take over anything else because she's like, at least that's like, I don't know, you're doing something. Discord in general, she's like, you could probably just get rid of that and you'd be okay. Like, you can feel the disdain.
Wait, you're telling me she doesn't like the fact that you have 20,000 messages in Maine?
Hey, get the fuck out
Right.
of here, okay? I don't even have the most out of the people in this fucking chat, for one.
Don't
For
use
two,
my pathology to cover
For
over
two-
your
for-
own bullshit.
For two, why are you blowing up my spot, man?
Wait, is that true?
What?
I don't think that's
that
true.
Damien doesn't have the most.
Chalk has
I'm
most
pretty
in Maine, I think. Maybe?
It's
I
hard
thought
to
Chalk was
tell
second.
because we all have different channels.
That's right.
Yeah,
like
hard
you
for us.
guys
Fair.
can't see like bottom
Um,
5 or like
Captain's
NL
Lounge.
Central and stuff like that. Like,
Stupido, you're better at this than I am. Could you ask one of the mods real quick to go? You're better at this, as in you're better at going into shit while we're recording. Ask one of the mods to do a search. I bet you it's still me. Over Dayman.
You want me
But
to
Probably
waste a
too.
mod's Friday night?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
I have no
to
respect
find
for their
out.
Friday night. No.
Absolutely what we
it's
are asking.
8:15
Yeah.
Eastern on the Friday after Valentine's Day.
And you want me to
someone's over
find
here
out
like,
which
let's
one
go
of the
count
5 of us
messages.
talks the most?
Well, just we know it's.
I will say
Dayman.
Dayman has the most quality-wise posts
Oh,
Get
because
sauced.
Chalk
Give
is
me
like
some.
it's just 2
I wanna-
words per line,
I want
and
to
then he
say
realizes he misspells
want-
a word and does
I
the
want
whole line of
Stupido
it. And
to try to define quality there, because Dayman thinks that what Stupido is saying is that every line out of his mouth is gold, and what Stupido is actually saying
No.
is Chalk just corrects his typos a shit ton.
What
what
I
I'm
heard
saying is
was
Chalk's
that-
isn't gold every
Yes,
time.
then it's fine. Yeah.
I heard that. What I
All
heard
the
is
glitters is not
the
gold, so just because shit
aggregate.
isn't gold, yeah.
What I heard was the aggregate of my contributions are actually meaningful, where the aggregate of your contributions are just typos and shit.
Yes.
I didn't hear
See?
that. I didn't hear that, but
correct.
that's fine. You guys
I
do your
mean-
thing.
We're all deaf to something in our lives, aren't we?
Yeah. I wish it were. I was going to make a joke that's not very funny, but only to me because you guys weren't there when I was giving my kids baths about an hour and a half ago. So
No, I definitely was not there.
you don't. Have,
This
you
is
don't
a
have the
trick
reference.
question. This is a trick fucking question if I've ever heard
I won't
one.
even joke on that. I definitely
Yeah.
was not there.
Yeah, that's a trick motherfucking question if I've ever heard one.
All right. So, what's the story behind your name, Brent?
Well, we already learned Brunt Kielbasa was Teddy, but I don't know where.
Why did he call you that?
That's
That's a question for Teddy.
actually a good question.
Okay.
I don't think
We
I
should
Wasn't
get
it-
Teddy on here. And
Wasn't
just
it
ask
that
about all
someone
his names.
else made a typo saying your name and then it kind of just devolved from there? Like the Kielbasa part was like the end of that joke, but like the Brunt was like a typo that somebody else
Yeah,
made.
it might have been a typo. Which I don't.
I feel
I
like
still
it was
don't.
a
funny enough.
typo from Shorty, but I don't know that for a fact.
I don't think it was Shorty.
But then it was Teddy
Again, I
who
could be
actually
wrong.
said like, new name, Brunt Kielbasa. Some shit like that. It was something like that.
It was almost verbatim like that, actually. Yeah. Chillwater
I
though,
hope
I have
so.
no idea. I thought I just needed a really stupid sounding last name, and that worked
Damn.
out.
Full
And
offense
it's
to
fu-
the chill waters of the world, I guess.
Yeah, fuck you,
Yeah.
Chillwater.
Well, good night, everyone.
Was that the same with Brent? You were just
No,
like, I'm
so-
gonna
I
No.
think really
well,
stupid first
in a
name.
way, actually. So like, I tried to think of the name that my wife would like if I walked up to my wife, she didn't know me at a bar, and I was just like trying to hit on her and be like, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Brent." And I think it worked. I'm pretty sure
That's
she
what
did
would
pull
pull her
Yeah,
down.
Brent.
Yeah.
Brent is either Brent or Dallas.
That's actually why she doesn't like fake baseballs, because your name is
Yeah,
Brent.
Right,
exactly.
your name.
Yeah.
Because of the name.
fair.
One
Yeah,
day she's
Leo.
going to sit you down and say, honey, we need to talk. There's a new
Good
man in my
name
life.
change.
His name is Brent Chillwater.
At work, if normally we have like regulars come in. I know a lot of people by name, but like we don't, we're like, oh, okay, what's your name? As I'm putting in an order for them. And one guy came in last week and he's like, oh, I'm Brent. And I like had to stop myself. It's so stupid. Like I had to stop myself from laughing.
Yeah, try explaining. Just like,
Poor
sir,
guy.
why'd you
We were
just
like,
laugh
why?
at my name?
Excuse me? Like,
You're just like, it's this whole thing where like, yeah,
on
I
Reddit.
can't even fucking imagine.
and then
do you
2
have a-
hours later, my
Reddit-
boss is
Reddit.
like, can you shut up about fake baseball?
Yeah. Or like, we fucking get it.
What do you do, Brent? I don't know.
I sell electrical supplies.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Nothing exciting.
like outlets and shit.
Yeah,
Wires?
like outlets and shit. Pretty much
That's the name
anything
of the company.
that
Outlets.
yeah,
and
wires
shit.
and
outlets and shit. I actually just got the paperwork on my LLC today. Now I wish I named it Outlets and Shit.
Outlets and shit.
Outlets and shit.
Yeah.
Man,
There's a
nothing
lot of shit.
says middle-aged white man as I just got my LLC today.
Well, it's that time of life, man. Time to incorporate in a less formal way than an actual incorporation. That's where we're at. Damon, I want you to know you're not in the hole still, but you're also nowhere near it.
I know.
Said I don't even think you've
Okay.
taken a stroke yet.
I have not.
Oh, he was stroking.
Simmer
Oh.
down.
Why he had to
I'm
wait.
checking something.
Doing what now?
Are you checking? What are you checking?
I'm checking Discord on my phone because I can't on my computer. I'm trying to make sure that we
Modern
remind someone to
technology.
do their fucking part in our stupid game.
I feel like
At
this
least
is
you're
what your
finally in the
girlfriend
sixth
feels
inning.
like.
What?
Say at least you're in the sixth inning.
Oh my
yeah, it only
god.
took 8 motherfucking days.
Jesus Christ. Dude, we finished our game so fast.
Yeah, that was not
Oh,
it
Was it nice?
this
When
time.
when we finished, you were still in the second inning, I think.
Yep, the top of the second too. So we'd only batted one time.
Jesus.
That
Yeah,
fun.
it's been a.
Did you win? Are you
A
winning?
slog.
Are you winning some?
We are now losing in the bottom of the sixth. It was tied.
Oof.
Mm. We
Yeah, sometimes
finally
it'd be like
won a
that.
game again, which was nice
Saw that.
because we haven't done that in some time.
We finally did not.
That
We
was
also did
in.
not.
Or we
Is
continually
finally
did
the there you go. I was
No,
going to
it's
ask if
not.
finally was the appropriate one there.
We finally did not.
not.
Leo, how many runs did you give up this session?
6.
Oh,
Oh,
let's not talk about it.
I'll
But he
talk about
wasn't
it. I
the
gave up
losing
6.
pitcher.
man, I'm getting my ass kicked in fake college football this week too.
I'll talk about it. I gave up 6. That shit did not feel good.
That
Are
shit did
you-
not
it was
feel good.
close. I thought it was close. Yesterday.
They just
Our
scored
game?
again,
Oh,
and
okay. I say our game was
And
not
Really,
close.
Chalk? You're going to do
Yeah.
that?
I am going to do it. I was waiting to see if you did it and you didn't.
I'm playing golf. It's more important than bothering Hanny on a Friday night.
That's not checkers.
What is Hanny doing on a Friday night?
Maybe he's
Putting on
eating
a-
some Baskin
living
Robbins.
his fucking
Putting on
life.
he's probably not. He's probably putting on a second cardigan.
Well, I mean, that's always true.
Holy shit. In the last 3 hours, it has snowed, give or take 3 or 4 inches here.
Wow.
God
Wow,
damn.
that's a lot of snow. Some say it's
True.
too much snow.
Any
No,
amount
that's
of
not too much
snow,
snow.
snow.
For
I
like
don't know. That's a
week
lot of.
here,
That's like a
it's-
lot of snow.
It snowed like a foot for like a week here, and then it
Another
literally
penis
has
joke.
not snowed since, and has been like 45 degrees.
Yeah.
I was making a
Climate
penis
change
joke.
is a bitch, huh?
I mean, it's probably only 2 inches. You know how I probably overestimate, but that's the joke I made.
That's factored in though. That's factored in
Yeah,
that when
yeah,
we
yeah,
receive the
yeah.
information, like
You
we're
receive
factoring.
the
We know
information.
that already. I'm just like it's a
Okay.
little bit less than that, but we get your gist. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's all I needed to make sure. I don't
Yeah.
want to mislead you guys, you know.
I don't want to lie.
How the
Exactly.
fuck did I?
And that's what I appreciate about you.
Hey, Squirrely
Wow.
Dan. So, what are your MLR highlights, Brent? What's the best thing you've done on the fake baseball field?
God, for MLR, probably.
I mean, it can
nothing.
be MILR or
Nothing.
FCB or MLN,
That
whatever. I
other
mean,
league.
We won
You
the second season of MILR last season, the Scuba Divers, and that was a
Nice.
pretty wild back and forth game. And I hit a 2-run homer, tie it up
Pretty good.
Nice.
in extra innings, so that was pretty fun.
Not bad.
what was that team?
The
Scuba
scuba
divers.
divers.
Scuba divers.
Scuba Divers. Teddy was GM. Well, I think he was given GM by Kenny K. But yeah, Teddy and Saul basically ran the team.
So that's a pretty good duo.
That's a pretty
Shout
good
out
duo.
Saul.
I would join that team. See, he's busy, Chalk. Hanny, sorry for bothering you.
Hanny, when you
I
watch this,
fucking told you, man.
What are y'all getting on me for? You guys ping a mod at the drop of a hat.
Not in,
I don't.
Friday night at 8
I do
o'clock.
not actually.
I don't ping anybody.
Yeah, fuck no.
Leo, you don't ping anybody?
The only
not
people
unless
I
I'm, like,
ping are people
replying.
that I talk to every fucking day. Like, and even then,
I ping
even on
liberally.
replies, I turn
Ping
the
liberally.
ping off a
I
lot of the
ping
times.
liberally. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I
Leo-
wake up to them every morning.
To you pinging?
Oh
To
shit! I
pings
started
from
getting
you.
home, huh?
I don't ping you. Do I
I believe
ping
you
you?
just said that you use them liberally. You
Yeah,
use
but
them
it
so
doesn't-
much you don't even remember who you're
That's
pinging.
true.
You have a fucking problem.
They're a Discord feature. You just use the feature. That's all it is.
I
Pings
know,
aren't
but-
that big of a deal.
Yeah. Okay.
At
I don't wanna get into this
7:54 this morning
Oh my god!
in a chat with you and someone else, you said, "Nice, thank you." So yes, I got notified of that
That's
message.
not a ping. That's a PM. That's a totally
reply?
different situation.
What she gets pinged for? I mean,
Yeah,
Yes,
but
which
that's
I
his
get
fault for being
pinged.
in the group chat. That's not
You
my
put
fault.
me in it.
You put actually. I did
Actually, I
not
think
put
I
you in
put
it. You put me in it.
two of you in it.
Yeah,
They can't even remember the
Fucking
sequence
over
of fucking
here.
events.
That's how old
Married
we are.
couple. Yeah, old
Yeah.
married couple over here.
no, this is a whole lot
We're
of
like
projection
grumpy old men.
The
Okay,
line I
but
wrote
the,
from
the
Grumpy Old Men
reply
all the
to
time.
you, the fucking reply to you asking Hanny that question is pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie.
He didn't say no
Oh,
though, Chalk.
man.
He didn't say no.
Handy didn't even bother replying.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't reply. Canna Dan and King Raj did. This is not good podcast material. No one is sitting
Chuck.
there in the car going. no
2
one
minutes
that loves
ago,
triples isn't
Hannibal
sitting there going.
replied.
He didn't reply. Reply as in the ping. For fuck's sake, we were just talking about that.
Oh
Fuck
no,
me.
they're fighting again.
I'm going
I
to be
quit.
Walter Matthau. Let me at least be the guy with the funny face.
What was the other
You-
one? Don Lemon?
Something Lemon. Is it Don Lemon?
I think it's Don.
Yeah, those guys were old before
Oh
we were
no,
old.
my bumper is gonna fuck me.
They're dead.
Yeah.
yeah, oh,
Good one.
damn.
I think they are. I think
The
they're
dads
very.
are fighting.
So is that the only highlight? Is you won one game?
Mom.
Is that it?
One game, they had to win the whole half season.
I mean, it was a pretty cool game. Like,
You won one game, right? Like just one.
Can you explain the game? I don't think Chalk is understanding. It's not like you guys won like 4-2.
Can you
or
explain
some
how
shit.
seasons work?
yeah, no, it was.
Explain how playoffs work to the man who doesn't know.
Says the guy who's already eliminated from the playoffs.
Okay.
Hey, fuck off. That's a lot of
Alright.
the fucking
Yeah.
league, okay?
That's
Fuck
three.
right off.
That's 3 of the 5 people in here. Let's
yeah,
calm down.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Who the fuck are you? Like,
Damn it.
I'm Chalk Banana.
Who doesn't have the accent?
Did you just say who doesn't have the accent?
I think Raj probably does as a tech.
You think so?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
This is
I
riveting
don't know.
to our listeners.
Are you excited to be a GM now? Which is actually when I wrote this question, you weren't a GM yet. You were going to be a GM, and we were excited about you being a GM. But it's happened, right? Like you're a GM now.
Now I am, yeah, because the Dayman sucks at GMing.
Oh wow.
Our MILR team got eliminated from playoffs, and so since I'm not technically an MLR GM anymore, they're like, yeah, we can make it official.
Oh, are you not allowed to to GM and MILR and MLR?
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't know
How
that.
was that?
There's.
I mean,
like,
I don't know if that was I mean, I don't know if they would have prevented you from being an MLR GM.
They just wait
is-
until one is over.
Yeah, as far as
I
from my understanding, because like
One gets
the way
eliminated
Wolf
first.
explained it to me was like, you're not, because you're an MILR GM, you have to wait to like get the official title.
Yeah. Now there was like a few team, like it happened on a few minor league teams where somebody who was a co or a GM is now a co or a main in MLR, and it was like, but every team that's been eliminated, I think they've like actually like processed those ones.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I'm super excited for it. Obviously,
How long have you been in
some-
league? I don't know that I know that.
I was season 8 draft, so just before you guys.
Okay. I'm going to ask a dumb
Before-
question. Are you the first season 8 GM? Like full GM, not co?
No,
No.
no, there was a few. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I know there was someone who like got the job and then ghosted the league after some shit.
Oh.
But like,
But,
as far as people still here, like Toki
but
is
people-
season 8, and I guess he's co, but still.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking of
That's a
who
good
else
question.
might be.
I don't.
Let's see.
Dayman tends to know more of that stuff. I feel like Dayman talks to literally everybody in the fucking league, so
Well,
he
yeah.
tends to know who comes from where and when and how and all those connections. I have none of that knowledge.
Yeah, I don't dig into as much like of the historical, like some people who dive, like Tomas, who just fucking
Yeah.
dives headfirst into that shit and knows everything. Oh, he's another one too.
Tomas was
Yeah,
season 8.
Season 8, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not a GM, so he's a loser.
I believe he is literally the GM of the Texas Rangers, or one of the two.
He's a co. He's a co. I think, right?
He's a co-GM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Kenny.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
so
I
you
was
just
asking.
mean like full on,
Full-on
like the
primary
only,
GM,
the
yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not to shit on co-GMs, they're very
so
important. I love
us
my
co-GMs
co-GM.
don't have fucking rights or what?
Yeah,
No, those
you're
are
the Canadian equivalents.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jesus.
But we
Wow.
do shit.
I'm sure you do. I'm a
Probably
captain.
more.
I do stuff, but I don't really know what I can do as a captain, to be totally honest.
Well, if you're the only person awake and you see like a timer's gonna go out, you can definitely solve that issue.
Do something about it.
Yeah.
God damn
Usually
it.
what I do is I ping plow.
Fair. I mean, it does help that he's West Coast, so it's like the
It
chances
really does,
of
yeah.
you being awake, like if you're awake, he's probably awake too.
You would be the early morning one.
Yeah, exactly.
Next question. You ready?
Okay.
No.
All right.
Nice.
Shit, what do we do?
Do you remember, Brent? This is a question for you.
The 21st
Do you remember that
of September?
Oregon lost to Washington in the Pac-12 championship? Love
I,
Griff.
I decline to answer that.
That's
Wow.
fucked up.
Declining to answer a question that Griff asked. First time
First time Griff has asked
in
anybody a
all
question
of
on
our
the podcast.
podcasts. And you're,
Podcast
And you're going to
refusing
disrespect
respond.
the Griff like that.
You are now
Wow.
the heel of the podcast.
Good. I don't need that kind of. It gives me PTSD, man. Close games.
Are you from Oregon?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a
Not
Ducks
Idaho.
fan. I'm a Ducks fan. They played Washington, who Griff is a fan of, and we lost twice.
Yep.
Ooh.
Tragically.
Then they lost handedly, right?
Yeah, it's because Washington sucks.
Oh,
I was trying to set you up
words.
for it.
Fired.
Fighting words in some parts, namely Washington
Well, I guess in Oregon.
and Oregon. Yeah.
Is Oregon? Which one is in Eugene? Is that Oregon or Oregon State?
That's Oregon.
That's a beautiful place. I've been there for a conference. I really
is.
enjoyed it.
It's very nice.
Yeah, Eugene
was-
is nice.
I couch surfed at a conference there. It was super chill.
Steven, are you gonna hit the
What?
ball?
Get the fuck out of here.
You got 20 seconds.
Don't worry about it, dude.
I'm watching out for you.
You're not though. I want it like this.
He wants to time out. Oh, can he make it in 10 seconds?
I don't think it actually times
Ooh,
you
and
out.
a rough
I'm
shot.
a master of making it in 10 seconds.
4 seconds.
Get fucked.
Ooh.
Don't worry about
Ooh. Oof.
it.
Eat it.
I'm gonna hit the ball. Never this time.
Never. I'm gonna hit the ball.
Oh, wrong way.
And that'll happen. You'll have some of that. Who the fuck?
Who made my ball fart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's like, and now
That's
my
fucked
thing's all
up.
spinny.
Oh, I did that. God.
Oh, I fucking still nailed it like a boss.
Damn it. Oh, I hit it. Nice.
Like
I
a
hit it.
boss, huh?
Like a
Like
boss.
a boss.
Like
You
a
can
boss.
still say that?
No.
No? Well,
that's why
no,
we're
no.
repeating it.
I don't know if
to you.
I said
Yeah.
that when I was a kid either.
Fucking weird.
That's why we're saying it.
For not having a
Imagine not
catchy
shitting on a
catchphrase.
kid for an accomplishment.
I'd be doing that sometimes as a teacher.
As a teacher, yeah.
It's my job, right?
And everyone was upset about my jokes or my questions to Saul about his, harming kids and such. And Leo's
Get
over here
the
like,
fuck
yeah,
out of here.
I shit on them professionally. That's what I do.
That's emotional pain.
Oh,
It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why do you have so many monitors? What could you possibly be doing with your computer?
Nothing.
Discord.
Literally, it's because I like it. I am
It's
a
like an
monitor-
accessory.
Yeah, I'm a monitor whore, I guess.
Watch your language.
Yeah, I don't know. When I got
What is that? How does that work?
What do you
3
mean?
monitors? It works
No, the monitor.
gloriously.
Oh, I mean, what I
Someone
do
who likes
behind closed
monitors?
doors with my monitors is none of your business. But
Oh god.
no, it's like I think
Fair
I was
enough, man.
explaining it too, but like my middle monitor, obviously like the main one. Where's the whole one by the way? Oh, it's over there. That's all my main stuff. I have the monitor to the left is where I usually have Discord. So I like always up, and then my right monitor is the internet. So I can Reddit
yes.
while I'm playing games and shit.
The internet.
The internet, the whole internet is on the right monitor.
All of it.
That's why I have
All
so
of the
many.
internet.
Because I needed to have the whole internet on one of them.
Yeah. Naturally.
What the?
And the third one? Did I miss the third
Have
one?
the World Wide Web
What?
at your fingertips.
That was 3.
Holy
No.
Jesus.
Sorry,
So yes, you did miss the.
I did miss the third
So,
one. I just can't get past the
You
second.
missed
Like
one of
once,
them.
yeah, like that's all I need monitors for. All those go on like the left one, and then the right one is just my cool background that I have.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah,
have a
but, like-
left and right one, but I also have a middle.
But like the issue I always run into is like if I'm streaming something, which is how I watch like most sports shit. So like during baseball season, like I'm watching a Mariners game on my PC like every night. Like that shit takes up an entire monitor.
Mhm.
But like if you just are doing that for like 2.5, 3 hours, like you really only have 2 monitors. And that's
Yeah.
when it really comes in useful. Is like when you're specifically watching shit. Because that's why I have 3. I have a portrait one for like Discord and like other small things, and then I have, like,
Oh
the
my
main
lord,
one.
you're a
And
dude with
then-
a portrait monitor. That's
Are you-
insane. to me.
You're a
hating on that?
dude with the portrait
No, I'm not
monitor.
hating.
People
I'm
have
not-
portrait monitors.
I'm not hating on it. I just it's very unusual to me. Like it's
Sounds
weird.
like you're hating on
With
it.
a portrait
I'm
monitor.
not trying to hate on it. I may be coming off that way because of the tone and vocabulary choice, but I'm
You
not
just
meaning
you
to
just
be.
feel like inadequate because you don't have 3 monitors.
No, I just
I mean,
It may sound like I'm being an asshole, but I'm really not. It's just the words
really
I'm
not, but,
using that
like-
make me sound like an
it is.
asshole.
It is.
Yeah,
And the
it's like,
intent
but
behind
everything
them,
I'm doing, the
yeah,
intent is
I understand
not
what you
to
hear
weigh.
and
Yeah.
feel, and
Yeah.
I'm saying
Hurt.
it's all
That's
sounds
right.
asshole, but I'm
and
not.
it's valid. It's valid, but I'm not saying that's what's happening here. Do you really have like a portrait
your
monitor
reality
though?
sounds lovely. Yeah, the only reason that I didn't really want a portrait one, but my desk is like an L-shaped desk. And
Did you just give me a bunch of shit for seemingly shitting on a portrait monitor and then say I don't really want a portrait monitor?
I would
Yes.
just rather have it landscape
Okay.
because it's
At
more
least Leo heard
space.
that. No, I get it.
But
So what, you use it for text?
yeah,
Okay.
I also use it for like OBS and stuff too.
My wife has
Okay.
one for work because she does with a lot of documents, and it's easier to
Yeah,
you get bigger. It can zoom in better when you have a portrait.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that that's like one thing I didn't really think about, and that I've used mine for, and it's pretty nice. But it literally is just a landscape monitor that can turn. So like at any point, it could be landscape. It would just be
You can do it
really
with any
weird.
monitor.
Yeah, you could just attach it to your monitor arm differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, I have been using, like, I mean, I grew up on like CRTs, so it was a fucking square. So then, as they got wider and such, it just made much more sense. And the work stuff that I do is Excel. Like I do write business requirements and shit, and I wrote my dissertation and stuff, but I'm so used to doing that on a widescreen, I don't need to change it. I work better with like multiple documents open that way. But it fascinates me that people use portraits.
I don't. If I'm doing some shit like that, like where I'm like comparing two things or like using, like one monitor's for like something I'm writing and another monitor's for like all the sources and shit, I'm not using the portrait monitor for anything. Cause it's just at that point I like can't swap between three things as well. I just start getting fucking confused where everything is. But it's nice to just keep like permanent shit up.
I'm with
The
you.
Discord monitor.
Discord.
Brent, what
there's some,
orientation are your
temp stuff
monitors?
on there.
Mine are all just the normal way.
Oh wow, how
I don't. You know, the funny thing
landscape
is, like,
normative of you.
yeah, and it's like I
I was
don't.
such an asshole 5 minutes ago for shitting on portrait, and here we are.
Three-way
Oh,
tie.
Three-way.
I'm win.
Not on Valentine's Day, unfortunately.
God damn it.
No.
Close enough.
At least I didn't beat Damon, but I didn't lose to
Fine,
him.
Damon.
It was a fucking push, okay? Leave me alone.
Are we still in the first 9-hole tournament?
We are.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah.
I think it's
Man,
probably
I
the
hope
last
this
one.
is the last one. Yeah.
It is
I
the
do-
last one.
I have seen people with like an under monitor, or like it sits underneath there or whatever. I kind of want that. I don't know what I would use it for, so I can't justify it, but I think
I've
it's a cool
seen-
idea.
Like
If
what
I
do you
used
mean,
my
like-
laptop keyboard, I would do it that way, but I don't use my laptop keyboard.
And why would you?
Yeah.
Hate laptop keyboards.
Yeah. They can
Oh
be
yeah, I
pretty
used to
fucking
before I
annoying.
built my PC. I had a laptop, and I had my external keyboard plugged into it,
Yeah.
and another monitor, so I could have two screens.
I moved around so much
Second
that
monitor on the laptop. It's crazy.
I only had a laptop because I moved like every year and a half, and so moving computers was just dumb. But eventually, I had to get a second screen to plug into the laptop monitor because, good lord, having one screen sucks. Can't go back to it.
At work,
Never
I only have one
realized.
screen, and it is
Yeah.
so frustrating when I'm doing shit.
At my old job, it was like that. Like I had a laptop that I had to do everything on, and it was just one screen, and I was just like too fucking lazy to like plug in an external screen to it because I'd like put it away every day. So I was just like, fuck that, dude. Like I'm not like moving this shit. My monitor's in like a really specific like side of the desk where like nothing else can fucking fit or anything.
What the
And it was
fuck?
infuriating.
Ball.
What is happening?
Zany ball.
I gave you the
Real
zany
zany.
ball, which means it just like goes crazy.
A shot.
Sorry about that.
That's
Damon
pretty
just
rude.
hit
No, you're
every
not.
power up.
Every power up. Thank you,
I
Damon.
did. I didn't.
You know what?
You're welcome.
Why not?
What is?
I literally haven't used a power up this entire time, so I'll use two more.
I actually gave myself my own power up, so I have 6 total power ups that will be
Wait,
effective
why did I
next
not
time
go
I
through
hit
the
the ball.
wall? Is that the whole?
They're
There it
sticky
goes.
walls. Or no, wait. Oh, you pop go. I don't know.
I don't know the
I-
physics.
Discrimination.
I don't use power ups anymore. I just stopped.
I don't use them either.
You guys are the ones usually winning, so you're telling us that we should stop using power ups?
I mean, you're
Telling
more
you
than
there's-
welcome to, but
There's one thing that makes Leo and I better, apparently.
I thought you guys just practiced.
no, we
Man, I
don't.
suck. I need all
about
the help I can
practice.
get.
What kind of time do
Talking
you
about
think I
practice.
have?
Playoffs.
We're not talking about the game.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
What is that one from?
I don't know. I just know it's a soundbite from an interview, or not an interview, a coach press conference.
I want to say it is the Detroit coach.
So, like, are you like so you sell electronic supplies? I'm just curious now because I'm sorry. Now that we're talking about work monitors, I wanted to make the joke where don't you need 2 monitors, one for plugs and one for shit? But I
It's
didn't connect all
outlets.
those.
Outlets.
Outlets.
Sorry, outlets and shit.
Outlets.
Sorry.
Can't even do a callback.
I can't even do a callback.
That's
I told you. I told you guys I
Yeah.
wasn't feeling great. So like, are you like schmoozing salesman type, or like what's like your job like?
Not really schmooze. I mean, like we're pretty like between commercial and residential. We do a lot more residential stuff, and so we just like see the same people every day. So I don't really have to schmooze. I try. I'm not good at it. I'm really socially awkward, so I don't want to be that way.
But it's not like you're selling, like trying to sell like cars and shit. Where
But
you're
yeah,
like, I
I'm
gotta
not
talk
going
this
door to door
person
being
into
like,
this.
buy this vacuum, please, or I
Yeah.
can't eat tonight.
It's some
Yeah.
dude who's like, I
Watch
need
this.
fucking
Just
90,
throw
50
sand
watt
on your
outlets.
carpet.
Like,
Well,
there's
well, I
one
mean,
place to
yeah.
get them.
Watch
So you're like
this.
selling to like residential contractors and such, not to like dudes off the street.
Well, some dudes off the street come in, but they don't buy shit, so we don't like them.
Come in, look around. That's nice plugs
I
you got here.
I can get this
Julie.
on
Nice
Amazon
plug.
for cheaper.
You have
Fucking
it's
God,
and it's not even Amazon, it's Home Depot, and they'll be like, well, I can just go to
Oh,
Home
fuck
Depot.
Home
I'm like, and we're just telling like, go to fucking Home Depot then. We don't care.
Yeah,
right?
just like, why'd you even come here in the first place? Like, you knew
Like,
the answer to this.
Can they get it from Home Depot for cheaper?
Yeah.
Some things, yeah. And then we have like the asshole guys who are like, is that your best price? We're like, yeah.
You're like,
Yes,
"That's
yes,
not-
it is.
That's not how
Yeah.
this works. Like,
For
this is
these
what
for
they
these
listed
three
at.
This isn't
outlets,
eBay.
yes, this is you don't get a bulk discount on 3 outlets. That's not how that happens.
Yeah.
We have this one guy who like we all hate because his brother used to work for our company, and so he would always get really good prices because of his brother. And he'd be like, well, John used to sell me this shit for this price. We're like, that's great. It's this much now.
John got fired for giving
Ever
you
heard of
prices.
Well-
inflation?
Yeah.
John actually passed away, but
Rest in peace, John.
Oh,
Hopefully not at the job.
at the same time though, like,
Hey man,
yeah,
pull
I
the
don't
score up
care
on
what-
your sheet, Pull the score
Oh,
up.
that
on your screen.
I know that was the first hole in one I fucking missed this whole
Oh,
fucking round.
Did you? I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to jinx it.
Yeah. Was going for a
fuck. Chalk's going for the perfect round.
Is this the one that you guys have done it on?
No, we've gotten
we-
really close.
No one's ever done it. We've gotten close.
No one's ever done
I'm
it.
having a shit.
7 is the best round.
God. I
Well,
wish
I'm not gonna
I
do it
was
here.
on this one.
Yeah,
That's the
me and
hardest
Stu-
one
I
of
think
this
me and
whole
Stupido have both gotten 7s.
Oh, Brent fucked me.
Marco!
Not even with the after fondue. You just sat there fucking me.
Oh my god!
Oh
Brent,
God.
get in the hole.
Please,
I'm
I want to
just-
win one. I never get a win.
Oh,
I
Stupido,
never
go ahead.
win.
at least let me dip shit.
No, I'm good. Brent, go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
Guess
Stupido,
first.
I am
man.
sick.
I
God.
insist.
Okay,
I
okay.
insist.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, if you don't watch the video portion of the podcast, what was happening was I had hole in one all of the ones on the course, and then I kind of boned it and was going to have to 2-putt, which is fine. We were just talking about how 2-putt would still be, tie the record. And Brent sat there with the power up that keeps everyone away from him, and like pushed me out of the hole twice in a row, like the jackass that he is. Oh, it hurts.
That's a cock block
Out
if
of
I've
love.
ever heard one.
Yeah.
I
And
I
then someone just gave
can't
me a
get
power
over
up
the
that
line.
fucked me. So
I just can't get over the line after fondue. You sat there fucking me.
is
I
that
don't
what
know
I've
that
done?
YouTube will allow
Yes,
that line.
that is what
but
you said, verbatim.
It's a good title, but I don't think YouTube will like it.
No, we already had one age gated because of the title.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe
I
just
told you
after
not to- I
fondue,
told
you
you
do
not to
that
name
to
it
me.
that.
Whose fault was that? Yeah.
Yeah, you do that. It wasn't even with. I didn't even. The point was I didn't get the fondue. He fucked me without buying fondue for me first.
Hey, Chalk, you
without
were
it,
going for a perfect round on that hole.
I was. I know. I missed
thought
it.
you had already done it too. Okay.
No. I missed it. Anyways, like before he fucked me, I fucked myself because I wanted to last longer on the
You
date.
just wanted to get ready.
And then,
Circle of fucking.
whew.
Circle of fucking.
Kielbasa blocked.
Oh man, it was not Kielbasa blocked. It was Kielbasa rammed. That's what that was.
Oh wow.
And
Wow.
you enjoyed it all.
How descriptive.
Yep.
How descriptive. Yes, almost needlessly so.
I'd say recklessly descriptive.
I did.
No, recklessly, I'll take. I wouldn't say needless. Needless is a little. This is content. This is good stuff.
It was recklessly descriptive, though.
Anything
Yes.
for the content.
Anything for our fans. Shout out to Zan, who probably enjoyed that.
Oh, the fucking wind. I'm gonna
Fucking
throw a brick
wind.
through
Who
your
did
window.
that? And a fucking.
And
Who is
the
doing
tornado.
this?
Shit.
Dayman.
It says on there
Dayman.
Dayman.
Windy.
I didn't notice.
It's windy in this fucker.
It's windy.
It's fucking windy, man. Get the
You're
fuck
You're not
outta
buying
here.
me fondue either, are you?
Windy.
It's fucking windy.
Have you seen
Brent,
that
we've reached the
fucking-
end of our
I have.
questions. So at that point, we generally ask, do you know what we do when we've reached the end of the questions, Brent?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Damn.
Okay. I was hoping. We
was
generally
hoping.
let the
Waiting
let the
for him
guests
to
ask
fail.
us questions. Do you have questions for us?
You
How much?
fucking-
Not all at one time.
Why are you a bitch?
I was literally just about to ask, how much do you hate Dayman? And then you put the
That
bumper in
much.
front of
Like,
No,
drop the
I'm
bumper in
gonna
front of me.
I'm going to give you a little
timing.
behind the scene action here. Dayman actually has helped me clean up some rust on my car, and his Discord addiction has allowed me to, through a course of a Saturday, I am him, and within 5 minutes be like, oh no, you want this and that. Because of, I'll send him pictures.
The
and be like,
one time I didn't respond, it took me a while because I was like doing
Oh,
something
fuck,
like
damn
I literally think I was having sex with my girlfriend. You literally were like, "Wow,
Was
I
there a
really
string
wish you
involved?
were. I really wish you were online for this right now." And
Yeah.
like guilt tripped me about not being there, and it only been like 45 motherfucking minutes.
Man, he really had to just brag about what he was doing too.
Of course.
Like, hey,
I'm
guess
sorry.
what, guys?
and it was 45 minutes too. He was offline for 45 minutes
How's it
doing that.
Getting late.
At least you don't get the emotional guilt trips from Chalk like I do.
True.
Whoa,
Like,
what are you
last
talking
week-
about?
Buddy, you didn't say what I wanted you to say or whatever it was. You were
I
were
have
sad
no
about
idea what you're
something.
talking about.
You were sad about something, and I didn't say the right things, and you got sad about it. Even sadder.
Real ones would know.
Real ones know.
I feel like it
don't
was
message
in the
me. Real ones
podcast.
know what's
I
up.
feel like we're just making stuff up at this point.
I don't want to read logs because they're private chats, but
Ooh.
Well, if it's private chats, why are you shitting on me on the public fucking podcast?
The public domain.
this is
Because-
like half
because
private.
content.
Really, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
there's like 15 people that watch this.
Shout out to
But
those
no,
15 people.
I don't hate
Shout
Damon
out.
at all. I
Chalk,
appreciate
you're
it.
a
There's a lot of
you're-
effort here.
you're a Philly, right?
I am a Philly.
Do you love Plow as much as I do?
I love Mount Plow more than you do.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Can't
That's
be more.
not
Wrong.
possible.
That is,
You
I don't,
literally cannot like Plow more or love Plow more than Brent and I love Plow. Like you, it's just
whoa. First off, when did you get involved? Because this is not.
I've always been here.
He's always been involved.
always
I've
been
always
here.
there.
Believe
He
it
is
or
the
not.
number one pick, John.
What do you think those
Yeah.
20,000 messages
I was here
were?
before you. Yeah.
You weren't here before me. I made the fucking server.
That is true.
I love Plow
True,
more.
but I get
You know what
introduced
Plow
first.
tells me to do, like 3 times a day, especially for the last
Stop
week?
giving him numbers for
Shut
scouting.
the fuck up.
Suck his butt.
All those answers were fucking great. By the way, we
Suck-
had stop
suck his
giving me
butt.
numbers. Shut the fuck up.
Plow
Go
has
fuck
told me this.
yourself.
Plow has told me to like lick my ass or lick his ass or whatever for like the last. I think it's a Valentine's Day kick he's on. He's in a romantic mood. But it's been
And
fucking
have you?
hilarious.
He's been
romance.
Legoing.
He's very far away. It's a different
Um,
time zone.
He's been in a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
mood.
It's really just the Lego set that's
Yeah.
getting him going.
Yeah, he's just using that as fuel.
I don't get that reference.
He's putting
Wow,
together Lego
see?
Fucking
Rivendell.
ice.
So
I'm
Wow.
Plow
Oh,
loves us
man.
more than he loves you.
Right,
because
I guess
he's
so.
been
He's
I don't
sharing
even
his
know what he's
journey with
talking about.
us.
Yeah,
He's
Telling us
literally
about his
been
Legos.
chronicling his
I'm gonna go have a-
entire
I'm gonna have a
build
conversation with him.
of-
Go have a word.
He's
with
been
him.
building say it, Brent.
Rivendell.
You didn't even
I
remember.
fucking forgot. He's been building that shit for like a few weeks now, and he's been sending us pics of the journey. Quite nice.
So it's kind of like doing the whole Lord of the Rings journey.
Kind of, yeah. But if
Oh.
the journey was them building Rivendell, and
Was
it
them
was,
building
building a
Rivendell.
ring.
and it was in Lego form,
I didn't
and
even know they
coming
had that
through
Lego
So-
set.
Exactly
Oh,
like
yeah.
the book.
He is
They have a few.
doing admirably.
As opposed to like just crashing and burning and
Yeah.
just kind of
What's-
slamming
No,
them
but
together.
You've never struggled on a Lego set.
No, I have. I stopped building
Yeah.
Legos because I struggled on one set.
Well, you
Which-
got to try
which-
again because you were probably 6 at the time.
I
What'd you bet,
was
Leo.
maybe 8. No, I wasn't 8. I was probably like 11.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Star Wars Legos.
Those are
Oh,
banging
jeez.
for sure.
Yeah, they were
That's
banging,
how
but they
that
also
makes me
cost
feel old.
$40.
Why does it make you feel old?
Because we didn't have Star Wars Legos when we were kids. We were like 20s
No, we had
when those
seven
came
back.
out.
I guess, yeah. I mean, we had
That just
space
reminds-
Legos, though. It's close enough.
Reminds me of the community joke.
See,
What happened to
I grew up
Legos?
poor, so we had Connects.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Dayman, that is a great joke, and also I feel exactly that way. Like, what did happen?
When he says it,
There it
like
is.
when he says that, like I've been in, like he's been in prison for however many years, and he's like, "What happened with Legos? They used to just be these simple little things, and now
What
they're
fucking
so
piece was this?
complicated."
Yeah,
And
here it
everybody's
is.
just like, "I don't fucking know, man. Like, what do you mean?" And he's
Yeah.
just like, can't wrap his mind around it. Yeah, I do kind of feel that because as a kid, I feel like I just had like 10, rectangles. If you
you had like a plastic tote. Everybody had that plastic tote of just bricks and all sorts of
Duplos.
shit. I
It
still have
wasn't
my
until I
kids
was,
have
like,
Duplos. They
older.
play with them. They have my
It
old
wasn't until
Duplos.
I got older that I like actually started getting like cool sets, but they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah, they
shout
are.
out to the
Ungodly expensive.
the Venator class Republic attack cruiser. That was, how many pieces is that?
like one of
1,170 pieces that made me stop building Legos because I was convinced that they just didn't put some pieces in there and I couldn't finish it.
That sucks.
It's
That really
conspiracy.
sucks.
Yeah,
So I
that
stopped
does
building
suck.
Legos after that one.
But yeah,
that set will run you $900 on Amazon for those wondering,
Wow.
Fuck.
as it is
See,
discontinued.
I saw a few. Like, there's
Do you still have yours?
like a Titanic replica one that's like good $700 or something.
Yeah, they're about
It's
a
crazy.
quarter a piece. If you look at the number of pieces, it's about a quarter a piece.
That
Would make sense because when we started sharing like Lego shit, someone else, I think it was Wheezy, showed his fucking Minas Tirith one, and it was insane fucking looking. Like all 100% white, and it looked like it was like I don't even know how many thousand bricks, but it was huge.
Yeah, I think I'd build way more if it wasn't just so horrendously expensive to get like
Yeah,
one
like
big
if-
cool one.
Yeah, 100%. Like if someone was just like, here's $2,000 to go buy Lego sets, I'd be like, I'll
get
see you
2
guys in a
big
fucking
sets.
month, and I'm gonna be emaciated and almost dead because I'm just gonna fucking put this shit together for a month straight.
I feel like I picked up the right childhood hobby that I like left behind with going with
I had a
back
lot
to
of
baseball
hobbies.
cards. But like I can't. I don't have time or money to do Legos. Like baseball cards
collected
are fucking
quarters.
expensive, but you collect quarters.
I collected quarters, yeah.
Yeah. Did you go
The
back to it?
state ones?
Did I go back to it? No. But I still have the book.
Was it the
That's
state
cool.
ones?
It was the state ones, yes.
See,
And then
again,
you get
now I feel old.
you get the, what is it? What are the 2 mints? Denver and Philadelphia?
Philadelphia. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yep.
get the D and the P quarter for each state.
Wasn't there a third mint too, or is there only 2?
There
Is there-
was.
Not for the quarters.
Not for the
quarters,
quarter.
though, yes.
Those went off the
That one-
rails, and they're like not states anymore. They're all sorts of weird, crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like,
they went to national parks.
Yep.
I don't know what they're on now.
just other
That does
insane
make-
shit,
that makes
probably.
sense. Those guys at the mint just.
I was only
snorting
missing
coke and
like,
designing
I was only
fucking
missing like
things.
6 quarters too.
Damn,
I
that's
had
pretty
I
crazy.
had a
I'm
book
missing
with all
maybe-
50 in it, and it was just like a
Damn.
really cool like. All right, if I ever get in a lot of trouble, at least I got like
$12.50.
12.50.
$12.50 worth of quarters.
You can call 50 lawyers.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be quite helpful.
Oh, it just reminds me of the story my dad always tells me, where he used to collect half dollars with JFK on them, like the big ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he would like collect, like, he'd fill up his book or whatever. He'd get like a good, like his book like 75% full, and then he'd go down to the corner store and spend them all. And then he's like, yeah, some of those are worth like $120 each now.
Right. Yeah.
And he was like, I was getting like gum with them.
I won one of those out of like a claw grab machine, and I cherished it for a long time.
Really?
and then lost
Out of
it.
a claw?
I don't.
That's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
it was like had like its own like commemorative case.
Huh.
What the fuck?
Huh. Only things I've won out of a claw are a Mr. Poopy Butthole plushie from Rick and Morty.
Nice.
And
Rick,
a giant soccer
Rick,
ball.
Rick and Morty.
And a giant what?
And a pig. A giant soccer ball. Also a pig, though. A stuffed pig.
I've won a ton out of claw machines.
Claw machine goat Brent Chillwater.
You
I
need
was
to
pretty-
teach me your secrets because there's a Bluey episode where they play claw machine, and I taught my daughter was like, "What is that?" And we talked about it. And like when she was
machines are
when she was 2, I took her to like a bunch of claw machines around town, and I actually won like 3 or 4 things. I was super proud, and I've never won another one since. Every time we see one, she's like, "Daddy, let's try," and then I like lose $10. So,
$10.
Gee.
well, a fucking claw machine costs like $1 a try, and you got to keep trying. So,
The only
$1
ones I've been
a
super
try?
successful at are at Circus in Vegas. I don't know why, but everything I've ever gotten out of them have been from there.
I had a buddy. I was like third wheeling, basically, my buddy and his girlfriend at the time, and he tried winning her something out of a claw machine, and like he couldn't get it. And then I tried the next time and like got it for her.
Big Dick
Oh,
Chillwater
yeah.
just stealing his
and
girl.
she went home with you then.
Well, fun fact, they actually calibrate those so that as more people lose, it becomes easier to grasp things.
Yeah, see, that's the real secret. Just, once you use
Are you
$50,
serious?
you win a lot.
Yeah, it changes
What's your
changes
50
the
bucks in the
grip
hole?
strength
Winning
of
real
the arms.
easy.
And as people lose, it gets easier and easier to pick one up.
Is that
Yeah,
like in the new
those-
fancy ones, or is that just how it is?
No,
Like,
that's
for
how
all
it
of
is. Like, they have always just been like rigged like that.
God, everything from childhood is like a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That nostalgic past that you're yearning for, it never existed.
Fuck.
It wasn't. Sorry, Chalk.
Sorry to break that to you.
You got kind of quiet. You all right?
Well, he's
like crying
lives
over there.
ruined.
Yeah, he's like literally like just staring at the fucking
He's
ground,
just staring
like,
at the wall.
What is
I'm trying to-
existence?
I'm trying in my head to think how much money that means I have to drop into a machine for it to be
A
calibrated.
guaranteed
Well,
win.
Well, no amount of money can just solve, like being bad at it.
Yeah.
So take that into
But
consideration.
you can't get
I mean,
skill.
I'm not
Did
saying
you not
that you
just
are, I'm
hear?
just
I
saying-
won it was
A
like
claw
4
machine
different.
10 years
It was
ago,
4
yeah.
different items. My daughter's not that old. Like a year and a half ago, I won 4 items
Oh,
across
whoops.
however many
You
bucks.
made it seem like I've only won things these one time, and it was so
It was
long
one
ago.
day. It was one day. I can't repeat my success.
But you got a 4-peat on that one day.
4-peat, yeah.
Yeah,
How
she
much
still
did
has
you
one of
spend
them.
that day?
Respect.
There's one at the
$400.
trampoline park that
Mhm.
I spent probably like $40, but that was also like on snacks and shit.
Okay.
There's a trampoline park. They
Got
have this
famished.
big one, and I can't win shit there, and it's $1
See,
a pull.
I find the big
Jesus.
ones to be easier because there's also a few big ones around here and where I've got a bunch of stuff, and I've definitely thought it was easier. But I think the objects are just easier to grab in general.
Yeah, if it's bigger, like I went, it was some thing my in-laws got invited to that like we go to at like this arcade thing, and I won like this big, massive monkey out of one for my wife. The big
God
ones,
damn.
big ones
Can you-
are,
Monkey.
are easy.
Can you tell me how? Like, what are you aiming for? Where do you try to put it?
Where do you?
in the whole.
Where do you aim?
Let's say in the hole.
Carefully.
I mean, you can't go for something that's like obviously buried by a bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
rookie
okay.
shit 101. I understand that.
This is
Gotta
Claw
have
Machine
some
101.
grabbable on it.
You
Yeah,
put the claw.
Musings Volume
so
1.
like
We're
when
needing
you're
grad student trivia here. Or
when you're
Sure.
moving the claw, you put it right over the thing you want to try and grab, and then you press the button. It's easy.
And
the-
then you pray to whatever
Wow.
god and
And
whatever
then you-
language
yeah,
you
and then-
want.
And then you hope that somebody's already spent $75 on the machine.
And you hope that Chalk
That's
has
the
been
real-
there. That Chalk's been there earlier in the day to fucking prime the machine
Yeah.
for you.
Like, damn, there's already $40 in here. Hell yeah.
Using the claw machine so much, he's getting fucking snacky halfway through. Like, I gotta get some nachos and then I'll be
Need some
back. for this
nachos, yeah.
fucker.
Need some nachos and a dog.
Did you
I
also
took
get the
my
nachos
daughter
out of
out
the
to a day of vending machines and claw machines. We did like a 2-hour thing, and they got her snacks like nachos at the thing. and you're giving me shit for it. That's a good dad
We're not
move.
giving you shit for it. We're having
No.
fun. We're joking.
No. That's giving
We're
shit.
making jokes here.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
You
shit
would know if
posting.
I was giving you shit for it.
No, I'm
You
not
would-
If I
saying
was
you're
actually
giving me
hating
shit
on
for
you,
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
I
about to
would
say.
be yelling.
Leo,
a
do
lot
you have
more.
ears?
No.
No.
Well,
I have 2 gaping holes where my ears should be, where sound goes in. And then
are you like a snake?
Yes.
Are you a
Yes.
snake?
Do you smell with your tongue?
yes.
Well, that sounds.
Are you trying to?
That
Right.
is such
No.
a strange sentence, but I understood. I understood it. But it just sounds so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you take your kid out to claw machines, and you don't buy him snacks. That's a
All
shitty
right.
move.
I have an issue with that statement. I don't have a kid, so that makes it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Then,
So if
then
I do
it
that,
doesn't-
I'm
it
going
doesn't-
becomes
it
a
doesn't
lot
pertain to
different
you.
scenario.
I
It
do
doesn't
that.
pertain to you.
I also
that,
take
I am
issue
going
because
to-
I don't play claw machines.
Well, then it doesn't
So
pertain
I'm a
to you
David,
either.
shitty dad, apparently.
Damon, that was
I
funny.
didn't call you a shitty dad.
I got
I
you,
said
Leo.
if you do that without the snacks,
Thanks for the tornado. It's just gonna
What
go
if I do
around
the
me.
snacks without the claw machine?
that's totally fine. Snacks are
That's
always
just called,
No.
that's just called lunch.
What he's saying is if there's not snacks, that's fucked up. For
Yeah.
anything. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine.
you leave the house, you
We
get
all
You
snacks.
didn't think ahead
That's
and
how that works.
bring snacks.
You leave the house, you get snacks.
Yeah.
Man, if
Take
you
the
told me
snacks.
that, I'd be out of the house every day. Instead,
I would.
Yeah.
I would
could stay
it'd be
inside.
difficult to keep me in the house.
right?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh.
Stupido, I bet you are kind of like me, and you probably have whole like spans of time you don't leave the house because you work from home a lot.
Let me
You
think.
mean me?
Well, I do go and get the groceries twice a week.
Twice a
gets me
week at
out
the
of the
groceries,
house.
eh?
Yeah. Is that a bad thing?
Just we're weekly. Just twice a week
We
seems
don't have
like a
that.
lot.
I mean, yeah, we don't have that much space in the fridge.
Yeah.
My kids
fair
go
enough.
through cereal like it's candy.
Yeah, I don't have
I mean,
teenagers.
cereal these days is basically
Really
candy.
expensive.
So
I have now moved to the
that too.
bulk levels.
Costco. Shout out Costco. Shout out Sam's Club. Shout out. I think it's just those two.
But no, seriously, I don't.
BJ
I
Warehouse.
probably leave the
I've never
house
been to that one.
3 times a week now. So yeah, I don't leave very often.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Before I started the most recent class I have, which again is only once a week, there was like a good span where like I would leave my house once every 3 days to get cigarettes, and that was like about it. Man, that
Cigarettes
was
do get
fucking-
you out. How many packs do you
that
buy
was
at a
the
time?
normally just 2.
Okay.
You feel like
but
a,
yeah, there's like a span where like I would just leave like once every, like, it would depend.
Okay.
It'd be just 3 to yeah. Who's doing this shit? 3 to
Why
4
am I
days of
floating?
Just like not doing it, like not
Because
doing
someone
it all.
was lovely
nice.
or whatever it was under you.
unlovable.
Somebody was trying to love you from below.
Brent.
That's the best way to love me.
Making me feel like a damn socialite. I leave the house like 6 times a week.
Well, you also have to go into work every day.
I do. Yes, that helps.
I can work from home.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to work from home.
You have to work
leave a
from
lot
home?
less. than I
Mhm.
could.
When I took the position, I had the choice to work in the office or work from home. I chose to work from home, so my card will not get me into the building anymore.
Is there a
That
pay
is
difference?
Fucking
Out of
awesome.
curiosity?
Yeah, that is nice.
I have to call ahead of time if I'm going in for a meeting, so they turn my badge on.
Is there a pay difference between the working from home and working in the office?
Nope.
Okay.
Nice.
I figured there wouldn't be, but
They get free
That's-
lunch.
It's really annoying. That counts
Yo!
as a stroke.
Yo.
Like I'm in the.
If
fucking
anything, they
lunch.
should pay you more
Lunch.
since you're covering like the office expenses by living.
I
at home.
can
Shit.
I can write some of that off.
Yep, I do.
all
I'll
right.
write off
I've
my
saved you
paper and
guys.
pens and-
Saved you exactly 250 free lunches, plus no pens.
Now you
And my
get to
pens are
write off.
expensive.
You get to write off a portion of your utilities, and such in relation to how large your office space is.
Only
which
if your
was the
office
house.
space is only used for work. So if I sit down, like I use the same workspace for fun, so I can't write it off.
Oh,
I don't.
stupido. Then you're making number one mistake. You're mixing pleasure and business.
Yeah, maybe I should start working in the closet, and I can write off this space.
Or just
That sounds so
just
bad.
write it off because no one's checking whether or not you use that for more than
I am an
just-
honest man when it comes to taxes.
That's
I
your first mistake.
It
am
is.
relatively
I will admit
honest.
to that.
I feel you, stupid.
Well, you
though.
can be
Just
honest.
like-
it's
It's
just
the one thing I don't want to get stuck on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely feel that of like just like knowing.
Wait, you don't
like,
want to get stuck on tax fraud?
Yeah, it's
I mean, yeah, that, but even just like the whole process of like being audited and shit, I'm just like, this is like
Mhm.
one thing that I feel like I have 100% complete control over, and that is to just not fuck around on it and just do what it says.
it's
and
also
then
why I don't
fucking
mind
turn it
paying
in.
a professional to do it for me.
Ah,
Because
TurboTax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to use Tax Act, and then one year I did it right, but it was wrong. Nope, not doing that anymore.
Think
Oh, the
we'll ever
software was
have
wrong?
Well, it's a long story to do with multiple states and
Oh yeah.
what I
that's-
was
Yeah,
what I
what-
thought was right was wrong, and
Yeah, I.
it ended up being fine in the long run. It was still a wash when the one state was like, you did your taxes
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I'd rather pay someone the $250 to do it for me now.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like once you have like a house and shit, like it becomes so much more worth.
Yeah,
Like so
Yeah,
much
once
more
once
worth
you
it.
get more things that like really
Yeah.
matter for declaring on
Being-
taxes, it makes
Yeah.
Being self-employed, I have to do that.
Oh,
almost
100%. Yeah.
I had
But
that
again-
too when I was doing officiating. I had the Schedule C and all that to do. and
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
1099s
yeah.
and such.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Noah, shout out Noah Diamond, Love Triples, who is a tax professional and accountant.
Really?
I think so.
I know he works with tax stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's
I
like
heart
an
Noah.
accountant per se.
Doesn't-
We
but,
love
Plow
Noah.
too?
We love Noah.
I don't think
I don't think so.
I think Plow's wife does, or Plow's in-laws do. Regardless, I look, I get being cautious. I am a super cautious dude myself. I think one of the areas that I get the cautiousness with taxes because the federal government is a beast that you don't want to deal with. I understand that. But I think claiming your office workspace on your taxes, even though you may sit down and use like the chair for like a lunch once in a while or play a game on a computer in the same room, like you don't think that's a blurred line that's worth erring on the side of?
There's an obvious
Nope.
solution here: is get two chairs, the business chair and the pleasure chair.
Honestly, just
Maybe
get
I
two
can
different
turn my
sets of cushions and
Discord-
switch them out.
turn my Discord bots into a job, and then everything I do all day is
A write-off.
work.
Yeah.
Do
There
you
we
think we'll
go.
ever have a free tax service provided by the government that gets our taxes right for us?
If you're poor, yes.
I mean, you mean where like the government could just like be like, this is what you owe, and
Yeah, because
Hey,
they
pretty
have
much,
all
yeah.
that paperwork already.
Yes.
because they have all that shit. You mean
Yes.
that like it could just work like that, just like
That-
right away? Yeah.
Hey man, I get
As
the
a-
point
would
you're
be
trying to
nice.
make. That is what I'm asking. Yes.
Yeah, that would be nice.
As a person who
H&R
works
Block
with
says go fucked though. Get
Right,
fucked.
you're not in the hole. There you go.
as a person, Stupido, I'm actually asking this question.
Yes.
As a person who works with seemingly large corporation or not small entities, and their data and what they should and shouldn't have, would you say that the government actually has all this information and could like actionably use it?
Yes. They
Nothing
have
they-
your W-2s
Yeah, but
and your 1099s, and all of that is provided to them.
the processing power for analyzing that and putting it all together and whatever like that they don't have.
Well, the first step is don't have all the exemptions. Just say
Top
10
five box
whatever
taxes.
percent of what you make is
Uh,
taxed, and then they don't have to worry about all the stuff that they don't know
And
about.
but that's a different question. Like, so this is, I don't know. I guess I can talk about this. Like, my wife has an interview for a job in a foreign country, and we're considering. It's a remote chance, but we're considering doing that. So we're looking into a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
And this country, like, if you go there as an expat, you still pay American taxes
Yes.
generally.
Yes,
Um,
America's one of only 2 countries in the world that makes you do that.
Well, they have
What's the
treaties
other
with
one,
most
David?
countries that allows you to write it off, and it's a whole
It's
thing.
some random place. I can't remember, but it's like a really
Tuvalu?
random place. But yeah, the United States tax
Shout
code
out
is like one
Tuvalu.
of the only ones where, like, what Chalk's saying is like even if you lived somewhere else, like you still have to do them for here.
Yeah, but there's a lot of treaties, and like if you pay tax here, it counts towards tax there. Depending on, there's a whole lot of ways it works. But this country, like generally, if you didn't have that nonsense and you're just like a native person living there, you don't fill out a tax return. They just tell you owe us this much money, and they've already taken that, and everything works out. And that's fine because it's a smaller country. The system works that way, and they have things like intelligent legislation and intelligent regulation, which America is allergic to, and that's fine. We don't have to go down to that level. But
We don't.
like, well, no, like that's
Maybe we
a whole different animal. Maybe that would be a different thing. But like right now, it's not like they have all of our information and can just tell us what they owe. I know that's the idea, but that would take so much.
Well,
building
yeah,
up
no,
structure
not like
underneath it.
right at this second because of
When I fill
like
out my
Stupido said.
taxes, when I used to do it myself,
Mhm.
I could just type in a control number that's written on my W-2,
Real scattered votes
and it
here.
pulls in all the data. That information is also provided to the federal government. They have 95% of the stuff I would need to fill out my taxes.
Yeah, the only thing they don't is just like the super
Any
specific
write-offs
shit of,
or
like,
exemptions.
have you installed solar panels on your house this year or some shit?
Yes,
But,
we
like,
And if they
have.
got rid of all that, which
Yeah, we could just
Even
a
then,
completely
they would
different
have to have
topic.
that organized in a centralized database, which I honestly don't know that they have.
How do
Maybe
you
I'm
think
wrong
they
there.
pre-audit all of the forms?
I don't know that they do pre-audit all of the forms.
They
How do
You
you
think
feel
that they
about
just
this?
rubber stamp every single person's taxes who go in and then they just go back at a date in the future and like check a random percent of them?
I honestly, yeah, I think probably.
They absolutely have your tax forms stored at the IRS
In an electronic,
in
manageable
an
sort of way.
electronic manner in which they can then pre-audit your forms when they go in.
Fuck. Yeah,
And
I
so
wouldn't
they don't
mess
have
with
to inspect them all or inspect them physically.
Yeah.
Just the
Do you
ones
know
I
this? Like,
had.
how do you know this? Like, I'm genuinely curious. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't know this. Where?
Well, for one, like I said, when you fill out your taxes now on a website, you can type in that little number and it can pull that information down. How does it know that?
I didn't know that could happen now.
Mhm.
Also,
I mean, I haven't done my
When
taxes in 4 years, but
Right.
what
So
did
that-
you just say,
also-
Leo?
Said you stole my power up, you dickhead.
Oh, yes, I did.
Anyway, yes, the federal government knows how much you have
Okay.
made last year and how much you made
Yeah.
and paid in taxes, and they have a pretty good idea of what you should be paying them or being refunded. So when your form gets turned in, it's pre-audited.
because and I feel like so when I was doing mine just like last week or like the week before on Free Tax USA, there's a very specific part where it's like if you enter this wrong, your taxes will be denied because the IRS checks this against this. So like, yeah, they have all that shit because it's literally telling you like this is going to get denied like tomorrow basically because it's just auto going to be fucking ran against itself, and if it's wrong, then it's fucking wrong and it's going to get denied. So like, do not typo on this. Like, you can't correct this part of it. Like you said, exemptions are another thing, but like Stupido said, they could literally tell you like, this is how much you should owe within 95%. Obviously, everybody's going to differ a little bit, depending on what you're writing off with like your work situation in your house or whatnot and all that shit.
Sure.
But, yeah,
Mother-
there's interesting.
Every time
tax reform, like that's been a like a party platform for like 100 years now, probably.
Well, it was just passed like 5 or 6 years ago. They did a tax reform.
No, I'm just saying that like there's always like tax reform has always been like discussed of what things should change to make it either easier or more complex, etc.
We're losing our guest. He's typing in our server instead of talking with us.
I have nothing to add to tax.
I tried to get him involved. I was like, Brent, how do you feel about tax? And he just didn't say anything. I was like, all right.
I hate that, like, especially if you use TurboTax, if you have like one extra piece of paper, like you could do it for free, normal, just regular basic bitch taxes. But if you have like one extra thing you need to add, they're like, yeah, sorry, that's $80 now.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the
they
reasons I stopped doing Tax Act
Yeah.
myself, was because with the Schedule C and all that, it was always $200 anyway. Plus, I had like 3 states at one point, and it was like, I can pay this lady $250 to do the work for me.
And you know it's right.
And I know it's right. And if it's wrong, I have someone I can go to in her office and sit down with her.
And be like, this is fucked up.
Right.
Yeah. When I was working in Oregon, but living in Idaho, that shit was so confusing. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like every time I was doing it, I was like, I don't know what state to put. I'm so confused.
The first time we had someone do our family taxes, we used a guy that like the whole neighborhood just kind of used. And I looked at the return later because we only used him once and didn't like him, and it was like he charged way too much money for it. And he totally made up shit. He totally made up stuff that was like we didn't it was real weird.
Yeah, that's sketch.
Yeah, but like this, the lady I use now is like she's actually like handles the small business stuff that I have to deal with. So I like her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scour the internet now because I want to find out more about this pre-auditing stuff because I didn't know.
I'll look it up when we're done. But yeah, they absolutely have electronic copies of all of your form, all of the W-2s, 1099s, all that stuff is
right.
Yeah,
they're given that information.
The broader point I was trying to make is that like we tend to think of these large entities, governments, corporations, whatever, as having all this like organization and information and whatever of it. And there are some that do well with that, and obviously some do better than others. But like in my industry, in the insurance industry, I can tell you like there's a whole lot of regulation and a whole lot of like gathering of information, and you're supposed to hold and treat and do information in one way based on regulations and best practices, and it's really fucking hard to do. Like systems are old and incompatible, regulations are ambiguous. So like the data exists, I'm sure, but like, are you able to like actionably use it? Is a whole nother animal.
That is a good point. I think nowadays it's used more for they're going to check that total line of your W-2s to make sure they add up correctly, to make sure you didn't fat finger a number or just make something up so you're paying less or more. I can't say, I'm not going to sit here and say that they can take the information they have and know exactly what your return should look like.
Right.
They're just checking certain boxes at this point. Yeah. But it's there.
And that's how automation works, right? You get to like 90-95%. Awesome. That would be great. I don't even know that they have the ability to like do. I was unaware. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I didn't know that they had the ability to do that because I didn't know that they had the data sets. And then, frankly, I don't trust that they have the infrastructure in place because they haven't had like a budget in like 20 years. So,
well, yeah, that's a different issue. That does get to like the whole different issue of like. And I'm sure anybody who works at the IRS would fucking agree with like a lot of things, like of tax reform stuff that people say. Like they're like, 100%. Yeah, we should get rid of all that shit, but like, you want to fucking know why we don't? Like, because there's a bunch of people lobbying to keep it that way.
Because H&R Block pays us millions of dollars a year not to.
Yeah.
Or just merely because like bigger businesses and wealthier individuals don't want the IRS to be well-funded and moving well like that, because then they're going to have way more time to audit people who are actually dodging millions, billions of dollars in tax money.
Yeah.
Whereas right now, like, yeah, they fuck around with all of us and it fucking sucks. Like,
well, you squeeze the stone. That's what you did. Yeah. And, Brent, can I pivot and ask you one last question?
Yeah.
As a person who listens to the podcast somewhat regularly, I think you're saying, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard them all, but I've heard a good.
Totally fine, but yeah, someone listens regularly. Is this why you don't listen to all of them? Because we have these digressions away from fake baseball into things like taxes, where we don't know anything about it, and then we argue like we do know anything about it, and then it just devolves.
Oh, absolutely not. No, I think that's probably
this is what people come for.
Part. Right, like the parts where you just start like devolving into shit that has like nothing to do. And you're like, how the fuck did we go from, hey, this guy's gonna be the new GM of the Seattle Mariners, to all these
fucking taxes?
I think we spent 20 minutes talking about taxes.
I can fucking tell you why. It's because we brought up the distinction between the work and non-work fucking write-off, and it was the biggest mistake ever.
Well, it's because Stupido was like
discussing a vagary on here is like the most just ridiculous thing. Like there's no winning.
Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or somebody just fucking moved from one state to another while selling a bunch of shit to be like, now I don't have to pay $4 billion in taxes. And Stupido's like, I'm not going to save $30 because every once in a while I jack off in my office chair. Like that's just
hey, wait a minute.
Shit.
You have cameras?
No, but I'm also a middle-aged dude who never gets the house to himself. I understand how life works, Stupido. We've talked about this.
I get it to myself twice a week.
God.
Oh man.
Only once this week. It was horrible.
We struggled.
It was a struggle.
I just got some new records.
Had to use the bathroom.
And I wanted to listen to them, and so the kids like listening to records with me. But these are like somewhat adult records.
Like,
you
gotta tell us what records they are.
Yeah.
Well, one I got a while ago was Evil Empire by Rage Against the Machine. I can't fucking turn that on.
Nice.
With my kids around. But the one I just got in the mail is a record. Well, I teach them about the system as much as I can, but she's fucking 4. I can't teach her to fight the system, and my son is still biting things that come anywhere near
that
his
attitude.
So
never too young.
Biting.
Not with that attitude. That's what Rage Against the Machine wants. Like, yeah, more biters. Fuck yeah.
But the second album is an album called Yikes by a band called Dollar Signs, which I'm pretty sure was custom made for me because it's about being anxious and old and having to make a living and not getting to live your like values where your communist values or whatever. It's pretty fucking great, but it's a whole lot of like fuck and I drink to not think about the fact that kids make my clothes that I can afford and yada yada. And my daughter and son don't need to hear that. My wife has texted me like, what the fuck are you putting on this record player? Turn the fuck off. So
wow, killing your vibe.
Yeah. I just want them to be out of the house for like an hour so I can listen to fucking records. That's where that story was going.
Meanwhile, I get my youngest the Charlie Brown Christmas album.
Do 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 do.
To be fair, she asked for it.
It's a good album.
It is a good album.
Slapper.
I used to be able to play that on the piano, Leo.
What? Are you classically trained?
I wouldn't say classically trained. I'm classically trained academically, not in piano.
Oh, okay.
I also used to know how to play that on piano.
Yeah.
I did not.
Did you have like the full one, Brent, or did you have like probably like the 6th grader version? Because I'm pretty sure I had the 6th grader version.
Of what, a piano?
Of like the music for it, of like the sheet music for it.
The 6th grade.
I didn't do any sheet. I don't know how to read music, so I had a keyboard and I would literally watch YouTube videos of people playing a song, and I would watch their fingers.
I'm envious of you. Yeah, you're crazy. That's crazy.
Very impressive. Jesus.
So I could not tell you a single key on a keyboard. I don't know any note.
Well, there's the black ones and the white ones. You got that.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would just
some letters associated with them.
I mean, there's only like okay.
So
do you still play?
Some letters.
What's that?
Do you still play?
It's funny. I have the keyboard in this room, leaning up against the wall. I haven't touched in years.
Well, let's hear you play.
I was gonna say, can you break it out?
Yeah.
Nah.
Microphone.
Damon, go grab your guitar.
Absolutely not.
Just do a little blues riff.
Easily plug in here and work on Discord. So.
I don't think I'd have room in here to play my guitar.
It
would be in the closet.
Would be pretty tight.
Yeah.
Be a good
Leo, you and I are gonna have to sing harmonies, buddy. Just so you know.
No, I'm fine with that. I like singing.
There you go. Leo and I are gonna carry a tune.
Hell yeah.
Top 5.
That's how I learned how to play guitar.
Bandcast.
Top 5 quintet.
Things. Although after I had initially learned and been playing for a few years, that's when I started learning actual music theory, because it does make it a lot fucking easier.
Absolutely.
I can't I mean I could read music from middle school band, but once you understand where the roots are, honestly, even if you just learn on a guitar key by key, even if you're I only fucking know a few keys or a few scales, that is the ticket to get to understanding for sure. One by one going through.
I only know the keys or the chords on How to Play Stairway to Heaven, unfortunately.
Oh, so you know some really
no, I don't.
Complicated
I'm joking.
fucking embellishments with finger picking.
I'm joking.
I'm joking.
I just know that that's the cursed riff, or the riff you're not allowed to play in the guitar stores. Yeah.
No stairway.
Stairway?
Stairway.
The best part about that shit is that is how people fucking ask too. Like, not in Wayne's World, obviously.
Fuck.
I can play Wonderwall.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Nice.
Anyway.
Here's Wonderwall. What is it? Just C, A minor, G, down, up, over and over?
Pretty sure.
Yep.
Down, up, down, up, down, ups on my C till I. All right.
Might be a D chord in there every once in a while.
Yeah.
Even better. She down, up, down, up, down, ups on my D till I C. There you
go. Just not E minor.
He'd been sitting on that.
No minors.
I feel like we
Minors
kept Leo up too late.
Keys, it's 8:30.
You're going a little crazy, Leo.
I'm having fun. I'm playing
golf.
No,
it's great.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30.
We got
even a school night.
We got taxes. What's not to have fun? I mean,
I can contribute to the tax $1.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We did talk about death.
30
we discussed death.
Death?
His coworker died.
Oh yeah.
Brent's coworker, John or whatever.
Oh,
that was way before my time.
Josh?
Still.
Jim?
We discussed death.
Jim is his really piece of shit brother.
On through a tragedy.
It's not.
Greg,
I mean,
Greg just stopped and came back. I think.
Yeah, he does it every once in a while.
But
he's like, I'm tired.
He's still recording.
Leave him be. Let him do him.
Okay.
Just like Craig be Craig.
Yeah,
All right. Sorry, Craig.
Let Craig be Craig.
We don't question Craig.
We are an hour and a half deep, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if Brent, if you have any more questions for us, or if you just want to bid us upon a fond farewell.
I mean, a fond farewell. I don't know.
Ooh.
Maybe to Leo.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
I appreciate it.
You should start asking who their favorite top 5 is.
Get in benched.
I don't have the self-esteem to endure that.
You were number 1 on 2 people's top 5 lists of the top 5.
No, I was 1 and 2, and it's never going to happen again. Let's not ask anymore.
One of those people we DM
was
like
drunk
every day, and he still didn't fucking put me as 1. That's fucked up.
Anthony?
I mean, there's only one person on the top 5
Boy,
that I've sent something to. So
that's me, I think. You did DM me at one point.
No,
I don't know.
Like
an actual
something in the mail.
An actual something.
Oh yeah, Secret Santa.
Is
We're
it
talking
Griff?
Secret Santa.
Yep, Secret Santa.
No.
Griff is probably the favorite.
No, Griff.
It's everyone's
Griff,
favorite.
Griff got me, which was great. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
half of it was great.
Oh yeah. That was actually fucking hilarious.
It was pretty fucking funny. No. It was great.
Tell the listeners.
Well, we already touched on he's a Washington fan. I'm a Ducks fan, and I mean that happened so recently too. Around that time, he sent me a keychain, a Washington, like a University of Washington all in for the Huskies keychain.
With the Edgar card, right?
But the Edgar card, the Edgar card.
That was not the only gift.
Yeah, the Edgar card.
The keychain was hilarious, though.
Edgar card was fucking.
The best part was I think he told us that he just sent it because he had an extra one.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long story that we.
It wasn't like he had an extra one laying around, but he had gotten it for a reason. It's like,
he had gotten it for a really ridiculous reason.
Yeah, it was. They were sympathy. They were like, it was like. These are.
I dropped a couple grand, and this is the best.
Yeah, and they gave me these for free. Like,
best they could do is
they took my parking spot. Those.
Yeah, it was like fucking hell. It's like, hey, I got this cool free water bottle from my university.
For
Good
what?
thing I owe them $80,000 in tuition.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm in Oklahoma right now.
They gave me a free T-shirt.
That's a dark joke, Stupido.
What?
It is indeed.
Tornadoes in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
tornadoes aren't a They're not a celebrated thing, though.
I wasn't celebrating.
I mean, the University of Tulsa.
It's still a dark joke, is all I'm saying. Just a dark joke. It also gets dark when tornadoes are out. So
Tornado Alley. Oh baby, I'd hate.
have you guys ever
They got a
been
whole
through a
street
tornado
now?
or anything?
No, but I've been very close.
No, the closest thing I've ever been to was a microburst, which was equally as fucking crazy.
I've had a couple that touched down within like a mile of where I was. It's kind of scary.
Where I lived in St. Louis, we had one go about half a mile south, one go about and next year, one go about half a mile north. I told my wife we were moving. Because God was lining up.
It's zeroing in. I once went out when I lived in Peoria, Illinois for a while, and the bars were open till 4, and I would work at a hotel downtown till 11. Then go to the bars where they loved me because I would send them hotel guests, right? Like we had a bunch of people come in for work or parties and be like, "Hey, where do you like to go?" And I'd be like, "Well, this place is awesome, or this place is good." And so one place that I really liked, I would send a lot of people. So I'd get like free drinks, cheap drinks, free burgers and shit. It was awesome. And one night I was out and we made a night of it, and I didn't get home until like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and my neighbor had been out too, and so we started having a beer. And then I fall asleep at like 5:30, and I fall asleep on my couch, like rolled in towards the couch, and suddenly I'm on the 10th floor. It starts shaking, and I like roll onto my back, and I go, "Is this an earthquake?" And then I like just passed out, and then I woke up, and we had two
neighbor's house.
No, we had 2 earthquakes that day. I slept through class, unfortunately, but yeah, I like passed out during an earthquake. That is my earthquake story.
Never felt an earthquake. Never seen a tornado. Worst thing, like
you gotta get out of Oregon and see the world.
No, I'm good.
You aren't missing much.
Yeah. I felt an earthquake here one time. It was actually pretty spooky. Not that it was like super like big, but it was just like one of those things where like you would just never expect it here. So when it started to happen, I was just so fucking confused and just like almost paralyzed with confusion because I just genuinely did not understand what was going on. And it was like the weirdest sensation. Last time we went to California too in August, there was an earthquake in Sacramento. We were in SF obviously, but like they have like a statewide warning system. So we woke up and it was like, it's through UC Berkeley. It has like this like early like warning system thing. And so we woke up and we like went to take the dog for a walk, and it was like me, my girlfriend, and 2 of our friends. And all of a sudden all of our phones are like tripping out and we're like, fucking Amber Alerts, bro, which is fucked up.
No.
It's fucked up in its own right. And then we all pulled our phones out and it was like potential earthquake, like take cover. And I also almost pissed myself just of pure, like, I was not expecting that message to come up. And then nothing happened. And they're like, it's fine. Like, it's going to be fine. And it was.
That was like the time in Hawaii when they got sent
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Test alert,
that would fuck with me, dude. That would
Yeah.
legitimately fuck with me.
Yep.
Because I would start doing shit. Just be like, perfect, dude. Let's burn this fucker down.
End of the world. Let's go out with the bang.
Like, let's fucking
through a
get
window.
it. Yeah. It's like, how'd you become a heroin addict? You're like, I thought we were fucking blowing up, dude.
Remember that emergency message in Hawaii? Oh yeah.
There's definitely people that like go to school together or work together, and they fucked in a closet. They fucked right there. They're just like, and now they have to know each other. Like
right there. Who's yellow?
Dayman.
Dayman blends
Shut
in.
the fuck up. Why do you gotta say who it is? Like, when you say
you weren't even on the list. You were just hanging out.
Everybody checks.
I hate these fucking holes.
It's time.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
All right, well, Brent, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Sorry
to talk about taxes for so long.
I feel like I learned a lot though about taxes that
I
will never do anything with.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Don't trust anything you fucking heard, because first of all, I know for a fact that I was just talking
out of your ass.
Yeah. Except for the shit on New Tax USA. That was true. They did tell me, don't fuck this up, because the IRS does fucking check this. And
it's all about the confidence, though. Like, if you're confident in what you're saying, even though you know, you're like, yeah, I can trust that guy.
Yeah, I'm confidently typing into a web form. That's going to pass the check right there.
Who's yellow?
You, I'm not even doing it. You know who yellow is.
You know full well who yellow is.